Hey folks, this is a review of my PRS SE Silver Sky in Dandelion Yellow. Um, Now, I should say before I start that I bought this with my own money. I am not paid for any of these reviews. I'm not influenced in any way, shape, or form, so I can give you an honest, straight review. I don't take any advertising, nothing. So this was my first foray into the PRS SE line. Now, in general, I like PRS guitars. I think I have about a dozen of them, but the dozen that I have are all USA, Maryland-made high-end models, and they're all very, very good. So I really love the color of this guitar, and this color, this yellow, is not available in the USA-made Silver Sky series, only in the SE. And to be honest with you, I really didn't feel like spending over 2 grand for a PRS Silver Sky USA model. And they put this on sale. I think it's usually $8.49, and the major retailers are selling it for $6.79. I happened to get this at Sweetwater, but I saw Guitar Center and Musician's Friend, who might be the same store, also have it for $6.79. Now, unlike some of the other SE Silver Skies, the Dandelion is not available with a maple fretboard. You can only get it with a rosewood fretboard. I would have preferred the maple, but that's okay. So, standard fare, you got a tremolo, 3 pickups, 5-way blade switch, 1 volume, 2 tone, recessed jack input, typical PRS headstock. The body is poplar. Don't remember exactly what the neck is made out of. Anyway, um, is this a good guitar? At the price point, yeah, it's a pretty good guitar. I was looking for a quick grab and go guitar that was relatively inexpensive. So this is what I selected. I can still return it, but I think I'm going to keep it. Like I say, the color and the price reduction are kind of what sold this for me. Playability is fine. I would say it's a little bit above average. Tones are good through a tube amp. And there's really not too much to complain about for a guitar at this price point made in Indonesia. Comes with a gig bag. The gig bag is, it's a cheapy kind of gig bag, not a ton of padding or anything, but it'll get the job done. But folks, here's my major complaint with this guitar. I really dislike the tuning heads. And I'll get real specific about that. I'm going to zoom in on that. These tuning machine heads are plastic. They are gray, matte finish, cheap looking plastic. And that drives me nuts, to tell you the truth. The tuners themselves are non-locking, and that doesn't really bother me at this price point. I understand, but I can't see any reason for them to use plastic on the machine heads. It just looks and feels terrible. And shame on Paul Reed Smith for doing that. And if it makes anybody feel any better, if you buy the USA made Silver Sky for over $2,000, you get the same plastic machine heads. So it's driving me crazy. I'm going to pause the video for just a second so I can turn around the guitar and show you the back. Hang on. So, folks, here's a look at the back of the headstock. There we go, with those gray plastic cheap tuners. So here is the problem, folks. It's driving me so crazy that I looked into replacing the tuners. These plastic machine heads do not attach with a screw. They're actually glued in, so you have to replace the whole tuner. I can live with that, but there are two problems. If you go on the PRS website and the knowledge base and all that kind of stuff, they have a nice set, and it's called a replacement set for the Silver Sky SE, of tuners that have metal machine heads and are locking. That sounds great, except the back of those, the replacement ones, are round and have one screw. These are rectangular and have 2 screws. And the screw hole on the replacement tuner is offset. It's not straight up and down. So if you're going to use those, even though they're advertised as the replacement, if you're going to use those, you're going to have to probably drill a new hole into your headstock, and you're going to have two screw holes from the old one. Now, there's another alternative. They sell locking tuners, PRS does, that are replacement tuners for the PRS USA made. And those are locking. The ones that come with the SE are not. Well, the problem with those are they still have the gray plastic cheap head. I'm going to pause for a second, turn the guitar back around. So I don't know what the story is here, and shame on Paul Reed Smith for putting plastic tuning heads on both the USA version and the SE version of this guitar. I mean, to me, that's like I invited somebody over for dinner, and they came over and I opened up a can of Chef Boyardee spaghetti and poured it on their plate. It really bothers me from an aesthetic standpoint. So that's my big beef with this guitar, and I wanted to bring that to everybody's attention in case somebody's considering this. They need to know about the tuning machine heads and if that's an issue. Sounds, I'm not really going to plug it in and play it because I've done that already, and I don't know how much the microphone from a camera can really translate into a good quality audio recording that you guys could judge over the internet. Needless to say, it sounds like a Stratocaster. It sounds good. It sounds very good. No complaints with that. So, Paul, if you're listening, please put some metal machine heads on the guitar because this plastic just makes it look cheap. Anyway, thank you for listening. Again, I bought it at Sweetwater, but it's the same. I have nothing to do with them, but it's the same price at Musician's Friend and Guitar Center. I have 30 days to return it. I'll probably keep it. Like I say, a quick grab and go guitar. Love the color, but boy, those machine heads just stick in my craw. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.